On your Vlad's post, there's a guy who impersonates me. Do you know what I'm talking about?
There's so many fake TK Kirklands in every comment that it's hard to keep track of.
Okay, he's sitting down in the chair, he has the hat on. Look, it's in the profile picture. Let me prove my point what happened. Some gang members called me. Apparently this man has said something about some type of gang. And the guys called me, Vlad, and they were very serious. And I had to explain to my dude, I said, yo, I don't move like they said, yo, I didn't think you move like, but it took me a minute to convince them, right? But what I'm trying to say, I'm not always gonna have a minute to convince someone. So I want people to know I'm so busy, I don't comment on YouTube channels. I don't comment under nobody's posts. I don't do none of those things. So when you see someone acting like they're TK Kirkland, please put on there, impersonator. TK Kirkland doesn't do this. So that way we could try to get this person off before he really does some true damage.
Yeah, man. I mean, the internet's a weird place. I mean, there's so much impersonation. There's so much fake shit. There's so much, there's so many fake videos about me, some of which ended up becoming trending and so forth. That, you have to sort of, pick your battles in a way. You can't go after everybody.
Can't go everybody, but I would like for them to go after that situation, even though they probably don't know who it is. But people know when you see someone, basically what I'm saying is if you see anybody comment on anything saying it's TK Kirkland, it's not me. Did you read the article about the girl got raped in the Metaverse?
Oh, yeah. She said she walked in and suddenly a bunch of virtual guys.
Less than 60 seconds. But when I read that, I said, what the fuck?
The first Metaverse Karen has been born.
Now, do you think they'll invent? No, not invent. You think they'll come up with a law to protect you in the Metaverse? Maybe one day.
I mean, listen, there is, listen, for a long time, we had a comment section and we had a moderator in that comment section, but at one point, the comment section on VladTV.com got so problematic that it started to affect our advertising. So we just said, fuck the comment section.
Right.
A lot of people are hearing this for the first time also because everyone's like, what happened in the comment section? What happened in the comment section? But it got so toxic and it got so hard to control because you block someone, they come back with a new name. They'll say something racist, but they'll change a letter or they'll put some dots in between it to try to hide it from the filters.
But what I loved about that, it was brilliant.
Yeah.
That was brilliant when you did that. It was brilliant because it took us back to the 90s. Shut the fuck up and keep your opinion to yourself.
Your opinion is not that important.
It's not that important.
It's not that important. Tell me about any historically important event that started out with, well, and I left a comment on the post and then ... Right. No, nothing ever happens from leaving a comment on the post. No. You're just trying to get people to argue with you because you're bored.
Right. That's it.
But at the end of the day, it was like we took out the comment section. It didn't really affect our traffic. In fact, a lot of people even hit us said they like it better because they didn't like reading some of that shit.
I totally agree.
Our advertising went up. Our views went up. Like Facebook and other platforms.
Because when you do read it, you would cringe.
Yeah, some of it was cringeworthy.
Yeah, you would cringe because people, what we call, they can hide behind a computer or phone and say the worst things knowing there's no consequences.
Exactly. No, I've always said this. I feel that every person on the internet, on every platform, should be tied to a driver's license or a social security number. So anything they say could ultimately be tracked back to them, and they have to have the ramifications of what they say. Whatever you and I say publicly, we have actual ramifications.
That's so true.
I can't go on this big racist rant and think that I'm just going to live my life normally after that.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Before you say good night, you'll be in court.
I'll be in court. I'll be in jail. I'll be canceled, whatever else. So why is it that someone who has a picture of a cat could go on Twitter and say, I hope Vlad and his whole family gets killed.
I totally agree.
Which is the type of things that have been said about me.
Right.
And they're adding me so I could see it.
Right.
I mean, that type of fuck shit.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, once you realize that, hey, if I say this, I could potentially go to jail.
That's right.
Or this person could actually find out where I work and expose to my coworkers that I'm a piece of shit.
Right.
Like I remember Gary Owen when he went on my show, like someone left him this really nasty, racist DM, and he actually exposed who the person is and where they worked, and they ended up getting fired.
So I just reposted his message, and his name was up there. So what happened was, people just like people that call you culture vulture and get mad, you got the other end. You got the people that just want people to do right, and man. Black people came at him, called his job, went to his Facebook page where he had everything listed. He had the phone number to his job.
What kind of job did he have?
I was, I'm not sure. I can't remember. It was it a used car salesman or it was construction?
Construction, okay.
Some kind of construction job where he went around, I think it was roofing, if I'm not mistaken. And, but he had all his employee information on there, like the boss and everything. And people was calling up to his job, and I will say they fired him because of it. And I heard he said to the news people he moved because he was getting racial threats.
Like that type of shit should be the norm, not the exception.
I agree. I agree.